So a couple of weeks ago I ran a poll on Facebook asking what you thought the best way of de-icing your window is. What I'm going to do now is I've got my courtesy car and I'm going to try out all the suggestions. Right, so we've got had some normal suggestions. You've got your de-icer, got your scraper, and I suppose a fairly normal one, your Tesco club card. Then, as you can see, this cup is hot water. It's already started warming, de-icing the roof. And I've also added a cup of cold water just so that we can compare the difference and see if cold water might be better than hot water. Right, so we'll start with de-icer. This is just a normal cheap can of de-icer you can get from any supermarket or from us here at Suttonz. And yeah. So I'll leave that to soak for a minute. Obviously, if this was on the windscreen, you could use the wipers to clear the ice. I'll just use the rubber part of the squeegee in a moment. So we'll use the ice scraper next for the back window. A big problem with using an ice scraper is you get covered in ice. My hand is freezing cold, which obviously you don't get with the de-icer. As you can see, the de-icer takes a while to soak in, so for this kind of size of window, I would say the scraper would be better if you can handle the cold or if you've got gloves. The de-icer, it is defrosting, it is working, just it takes a bit longer and turns the ice into slush. Right, so I'm going to use my Tesco club card for this one. This is an expired club card. I do have a new one that I've never used. I don't even know where I've put it now. It shows how often I shop at Tesco's. But again, I would say, because it's so flimsy, it will do the job eventually, but not as good as the ice scraper. And also you get covered in ice like the ice scraper. Let's try using that then. Possibly is. It might actually be a little bit quicker than using de-icer. I don't know. It certainly leaves patches, and I am absolutely covered in ice, and my hand is freezing. So that is the Tesco club card. I've left the cups of water till last. I'm going to start with the hot one. Just a warning, if you have a chip in the window, a lot of people, and I believe, that it can crack the window. This windscreen I'm hoping is alright, but it is our courtesy car and we are covered in insurance, so we should be fine. Certainly going to need more than one cup of water, but it does work quite quickly. Try the cold water. I think this will work just as well as the hot water, but whether it's less likely to crack a window with a chip, I don't know. We shouldn't have any chips on the back window, so I think we'll be alright. Now, interestingly, I can still see there's ice on the window. So, yeah, let's sum it up. I've literally just come round to do the summary, and I don't know if you can see, but the hot water is just starting to ice up already. This part here is alright. I know that's starting to freeze up as well. So, I was not expecting that. So I've got to say, my personal preference is the ice scraper. Although you do get covered in ice, it does work pretty quickly. So as long as you're wearing gloves, there shouldn't be a problem. De-icer works well as well, but it does take a while. It can take a while to defrost a car. This didn't have particularly thick ice. I've known, obviously, sometimes the ice can be a bit thicker. So that one works all right. The Tesco club card, if you're desperate, that'll be fine. It doesn't work great. It does leave patches on the window, but at least you'll be able to use it. Hot water has frozen back over. Cold water didn't work as well as hot water. It didn't take all the ice off. So that is my preference in order. Like the video. I want to do more top tips like this. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below, and remember to subscribe.